Welcome back to Austin here at the Circuit of the Americas, and we are now setting the grid for the full Grand Prix, and we'll see who has got the pace to take pole here in this magnificent circuit. Oh, that is Isaac Hadger into the wall in the Racing Bulls, and he is out of qualifying, and that is a heavy hit into the barrier for the Frenchman. Let's see on board with Isaac Hadger. Oh, he just lost it in the middle of the corner and slammed his Racing Bulls into the wall and out of the session. What a shame for Isaac Hadger, sitting comfortably in the top 10, and he is livid with rage. Franco Colapinto crosses the line and he gets into Q2 for the time being in 15th fastest. Alex Albon though has the fastest first sector in his Williams. That special retro Williams livery for this weekend, giving 2002 vibes when we had one Pablo Montoya and I think Ralph Schumacher back in the old days. This year is Alex Albon and Carlos Sainz. Alex Albon has got a good middle sector. He's got to keep it away from track limits. Was he within track limits there? I'm not sure, but although he's looking good to get into the top 15 once again in a car that is looking so good this year. He's coming round the final corner now. Alex Albon, can he get himself into Q2? Yes he can. 8th fastest for Alex Albon. Oh, hang on a minute, a track limits deletion for Alex Albon. He was over the track limits. We saw it. We don't know if he was over it, but he was over it. Oh, that's a shame for Albon.
And to back out a bit. Yeah, that's what we did. 4 o'clock at 50. Can you take us an extra limit for today, alright?
What a shame for Alex Albon. He's out along with Bortoletto, Ocon, Stroll and Isaac Hadger because of a crash at this very right-hander. Franco Colapinto on board with him in the Alpine. He was in the top 10 for Williams here last year. Can he do it again this year for Alpine and get into Q3 for the first time this season? On board the right-handers we go then with Franco Colapinto. He'll be hoping that he's got enough pace in that Alpine, the car that has been having so many problems so far this year. We had a track limits deletion for Hulkenberg, who was in the top 10 in sprint qualifying yesterday, and sadly he's not going to make it into the top 10 today. Here comes Franco Colapinto then. Round the final corner comes the Argentine. Can he get himself into Q3? No, he can't. Slowest of all, 14th for Franco Colapinto. What about Pierre Gasly in the other Alpine? He was in the top 10 here last year. Can he do it again? Let's see. Up to the line. We go for Pierre Gasly. No, he can qualify his teammate, but he can't get into the top 10. What's happened here with Ollie Bearman, who's comfortably in the top 10? Is he going to have a... Oh, I think he got impeded by a Ferrari. Not sure who that was, but he had a snap. But it doesn't matter anyway, because he's comfortably in the top 10. So this is Nico Hulkenberg. This is how he got his lap time deleted. And he went way wide there through turn 19. We've seen so many people exceeding track limits there. Hulkenberg, Lawson, Sonoda, Gasly and Franco Colapinto out in Q2. Now we move on to Q3 to see if he can get pole. Lando Norris, who was on pole here last year, he's looking to bounce back after a huge disappointment for both McLarens after their crash in the sprint earlier on. Now we're hoping to bounce back with a good performance here. A bit of a snap out of the corner there for Lando Norris, but it's still enough to put him onto provisional pole position. But what about this man, Max Verstappen, who's looking inevitable in that Red Bull car, fighting all the way to fight for his title, looking to put pressure on the McLarens all the way to Abu Dhabi. He's coming into turn 19 now into the final corner. Can Max Verstappen put his car on pole once more? Up to the line we go for the Flying Dutchman, and he puts 4 attempts adrift to Lando Norris as he puts his Red Bull on pole at the moment here in Austin. A stunning lap again from the reigning world champion, and he is the man to catch if you want to take pole so far here at COTA. What about that from Verstappen? He is a man on an absolute mission today, putting a 3 and a half-tenth adrift for the rest. What are we going to see here from Charles Leclerc, the final corner? Oh, he's had a spin. So that is why Charles Leclerc is at the bottom of the pile at the moment. Hopefully his second lap will be good, but that spin has definitely ruined what could have been a good lap for Charles Leclerc. Leclerc crosses the line, he goes onto the front row. Great lap from Charles Leclerc. The man who won here last year is currently second this year. Max Verstappen has not made it to the line in time to do one more lap, but he's still comfortably on pole. Hamilton goes fourth fastest, 4 tenths off pole. It's not going to be another pole position for the 7-time world champion here in Kota. But Carlos Sainz is on a good lap here in his Williams. Could this put him anywhere in the top 5? We'll see. Piastri is setting personal best as well, and so is Lando Norris. Carlos Sainz rounding the triple right-hander, and Kimi Antonelli also setting personal best on his lap too. Here comes Carlos Sainz, who finished third in the sprint earlier on. Third for the Grand Prix in Baku. He crosses the line, only 8th on the grid at the moment here in Austin. But what about Oscar Piastri? We wait to see what Lando Norris will do. Can Norris at least get himself onto the front row alongside Max Verstappen? He can! Norris on the front row. But what about Oscar Piastri? He needs a good result to keep alive this World Championship. He's coming round the final corner now. It's Oscar Piastri. He's been leading the championship for most of the season, and he's only 6th on the grid. Disaster, disappointment for Oscar Piastri. What about Kimi Antonelli, who can make Piastri's day worse if he can get ahead of him? Antonelli out of the last corner and onto the line. Can he go ahead of Piastri? No, 7th. Piastri only 6th, but nobody could deny Max Verstappen another pole position in 2025 and another pole in Austin. He's done it again.
Well, it's simply lovely. It's very well done. Well done, everyone.
Max Verstappen is the new king of Kota, and he'll be the one to beat in the Grand Prix tomorrow. Hopefully Lando Norris will take the challenge to him. It's going to be tricky, but Norris will try and fight Verstappen all the way, just like he did last year here in Kota. It's going to be a thrilling fight all the way to the finish tomorrow. Can't wait for that.